everybody. This is Coach Allison back with your week 51 Defy Aging workout. This week, we're going to have a little fun with it being a holiday week, the week of Christmas, as you know, towards the end of the week, of course. I guess it's kind of the beginning of next week, but it seems more fun to do the holiday themed workout before the holiday as opposed to after. So, for those of us who celebrate Christmas, so we're going to have a little fun with the holiday themed workout this week. So we're going to do a little play on the 12 Days of Christmas song, but we're not going to do it exactly as the song. I tried that last year and it got a little confusing with the incremental way that the song works. We're not going to do it quite that confusing, but there are going to be 12 exercises and you're going to be doing this at your own pace in your own space. So everyone is going to have your own little area, your own little set of weights and kettlebells. And we're going to set a clock for 30 minutes, and you simply keep repeating this list of 12 exercises. Get as many rounds in as you can in the 30 minutes. And the numbered exercises dictates how many reps you do for that exercise. So exercise 1, you do 1 rep of that. Exercise 2, you do 2 reps of that. Exercise 3, you do 3 reps of that. And then exercise 4, you do 4 reps of that. And I think you understand how that goes all the way up through exercise number 12. And that's kind of how we are doing a little play on the 12 Days of Christmas. So I hope that makes sense. But anywho, maybe it'll make more sense as I'm doing the demonstration as well. So it's going to be a long demo. I'm going to try to keep it shorter than my normal demo as far as how much I'm going in depth on each exercise, because I have 12 exercises to demonstrate. I don't want this to be a 20, 25-minute video. So let's just get to it with our demonstrations. All right, exercise 1. And again, exercise 1 is only 1 rep. So I picked a burpee for exercise 1. So you don't have to do too many of them. So there you go. Because I know it's nobody's favorite exercise. Maybe it's your favorite, and in that case, good for you. But you can choose to do a modified burpee. Now, that means we need an incline, so a bench or a box. There's probably not enough boxes for all the participants to take their own. So maybe have a couple of boxes or benches designated, and people will have to sort of take turns using it. And that's fine, because there's only 1 rep. And as the session goes on, people are going to get off time with one another, because some people go faster, some people go slower, and this is an at your own pace workout. So yes, everyone starts with the burpee, but coming around to round 2, everyone will need the benches back. Everyone will come around to the start of the routine again at different times. So there's not going to be like a huge line waiting for the boxes, if that makes sense. So anywho, so a burpee, I'm going to use the incline to show everybody. Mine's a little low, but it's just what I had. Most standard benches are like up here, but you put your hands down on the bench. You're going to jump your feet back, jump in, and then come up with the jump. And there you go. You just have to do the 1, and then you're done, okay? You can step back, step in, and reach up to take out all the jumping and the impact. You can step back, maybe jump in. You can do any combination of steps and jumps that you need. You can do that on the floor as well if you have the ability to go down to do a full burpee on the floor. Great, fine, work towards that, whatever you can do. But exercise 1 for 1 rep is a burpee. Exercise 2, a plank with a shoulder tap. Now that's 1 rep. So exercise 2, there are 2 of them. Okay, you can do floor on the toes, floor on the knees. You can do an incline or you can do a wall. I'm going to do floor on the knees. If you're doing knees, make sure you're nice and diagonal. So we're not doing what I call a nosedive push-up, but I'm going to bring my full body down. 1 push-up, and then tap one shoulder, tap the other, and we do 2 of those. Tap, tap. So again, just 2. You can do that with your hands up on an inclined surface, or you can do it with your hands against a wall. Push up, tap, tap. Again, I'm trying to zip through this because I don't want this video to be like 30 minutes long. So that is exercise 2. Yeah, exercise 3, walking lunge. So you might have to kind of weave around, go wherever you need to, but then come back to your home base. But this is going to be 3 each side. 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3. So 3 each leg. So there's a little catch to that. So big step forward, Make sure you're rolling up to that back toe, so don't try to keep the heel down, because if the heel is down, you can't bend your knee, right? You need to bend your back knee. Go as low as you're comfortable or as low as you're able. Push through the front heel. So pushing through the heel of the front foot, and make sure to watch my back foot. Make sure that back foot is perfectly straight forward, not kind of cocked to the side like that, because that's going to put a funky angle on your ankle and your knee, and then therefore your hip. And we'd always want straight alignment with those 3 joints. So 3 walking lunges on each side. Marching hip bridge is number 4. So you're down on the floor, knees are bent, and we lift the hips to start. Keep the hips up, and we go 1, 1, 2, 2, and so on until you get to 4. Again, this is for each side. Some of these things, again, are the rep count on each side, so there's a little catch to that. So if for anyone staying off the floor, we're going to turn that into a step up. So I have this set kind of high. Don't worry about the height. You do whatever height works for you. Same thing with the step ups as far as the count. It is each side. So you're going to go up, down, switch legs, up, down, switch legs, up, down, until you get your 4 on each side. So a marching hip bridge or a step up, whatever is appropriate for you. And that is our 4th one. Oh. Okay, exercise 5, alternating chest press. So that's again now 5 on each side still. So we have a weight in each hand. We're going to press up, alternating sides, controlled and slow, until you get to 5 on each arm. So I'm coming on 3 and 3 and so on. Putting these down safely like this, that's the safest way for your shoulders and biceps to put those weights down. And for any of our participants staying off the floor, I'll have the coaches wheel a incline bench or 2 into the space, and people can share that again. People will be not all on the exact same timing structure on this routine, so we can share an incline bench. But yeah, that's our alternating chest press for 5 on each side. Next exercise is the starfish. This is a core focused exercise. So we're on the floor, a little space between the legs, and the arms are also a little space, so all stretched out to start. Oh, I'm getting on my shirt weird. Okay, it's kind of think of it as a crunch. So I'm going to bring my hand to my opposite leg, reaching as low down on the leg as possible. So kind of reaching for your foot, ankle, shin, whatever you can reach. But you're also getting sort of a crunch, so see how I'm lifting my shoulder and my head off the floor as well. See how my shoulder and my head is up over here? Exhale as you come into that crunch. So you're getting a kitty corner crunch, reaching for the opposite side. Also making sure to lift that upper body off the floor each time. That one does get a little tiring on the neck. So make sure you're resting your head down between each rep, so you're not going for speed necessarily on this. Now that one, yeah, that is 6 each side. I forgot what number we were on. So that's number 6. So 12 total, 6 on each side. Anyone staying off of the floor, we're going to turn this into, it's really very, very similar. We're standing, so arms are going to be up, still kind of out at that corner angle. We're going to bring the hand to the opposite knee. Okay, so you're still kind of getting that crunch component. So as you're bringing the hand to the knee, kind of, don't just like sloppily do it, kind of get that crunch in there like this. So you're crunching in those abdominals. It's going to just get a little more of that abdominal engagement there. If you really focus on that, you can engage it more if you really put the mind-muscle connection. So that's going to be our alternative for anyone who is staying off the floor. Number 7 is cat-cow. We're finally back to just a straight rep count, not single-sided. So straight 7 count here, cat-cow. We're still on the floor from the previous few that we did. So your hands and knees. Make sure that we have alignment here, though, with hands directly under shoulders, knees directly under hips. Okay, we're going to drop the head and round the back. So we're kind of bringing our spine up to the ceiling, like so. Tuck your hips and pelvis under. And then we do the reverse. We arch the back and pop the head forward also popping the hips back. So really it's the exact reverse of the first position, like this. And we just go slowly between those. Okay. The cat and the cow is 1 rep. That's all one big unit. So those 2 body positions is 1 rep. So you go through 7 of those. Anyone staying off the floor? We're back to needing our bench or our box. This is a little, again, this is a little low. It's just what I have like right here. So this would be, it's fine for me because I don't mind the low being down low, but this is a little low for this. You would kind of want hands to be a little higher, but you'll get the idea. Same thing on an incline. So we tuck the hips under, round the back, pop the hips out, and arch the back. So as you can see, it's really the same 2 body positions. We just have those hands up on an incline. So 7 cat cow. Okay, we're on to 8, and it's going to be a goblet squat. So we finally need our kettlebell. Hold it here. You can either choose to hold the bell itself nice and comfy in the hands, or kind of the base of the handle. That's really just preference. Okay, and normal squat position, feet are hip width apart. And we don't let the bell actually rest physically on the chest, but it is right in front of the chest. And we're going to sink into that squat. So let those hips go down and back. Get as low as you're comfortable, as low as you're able. The lower, the better range of motion you have, the more effective the squat is for strengthening, and mobility. So get as low as you're able. And we go for 8 of these. Okay, so drive through those heels on the way up, and that's our goblet squat. Okay, for rep count 9, number 9, we're going into an old-fashioned overhead press. Double arm, nothing fancy. Palms forward. If you like a staggered stance, it can kind of help you tend to lean back on these if you struggle with some low back, maybe strength or lack of, I should say. This staggered stance can help. But yeah, so if you do tend to kind of lean back when you're doing these presses like this staggered stance can kind of help that. So anyways, 9 of those. If you're looking for a progression to make this a little more challenging, because we are only doing 9 reps, yes, you can grab more weights, but our shoulders are only so strong, right? So if you'd like to make this a little harder without needing to grab heavier weights, you could take this to a kneeling overhead press. So kneeling, double kneeling position like this. It's going to add just a little more core stability and just make it more of a challenging movement without the need to grab necessarily heavier weights. So something you can try if you're ready for that step. But anyways, 9 overhead presses. For our 10 rep count, we are getting down to the end here. We're going to do our figure 8 to hold. We did these, I think, 2 weeks ago now. Okay. So if you were with us 2 weeks ago, we did these recently, got our kettlebell. It's sort of combination between a little bit of a hinge, but also a little bit of a knee bend. You do have to do both movements to get this one properly. So we go inside to outside. You have to sort of use a little jerk, a little bit of a momentum to get that kettlebell up. And then the end position is like this, bell up. It rests comfortably in your hand. You only hold it there for a second. Then you're already in the correct position to go between the other leg. Jerk it up. Okay, this is 10 total, not 10 each side. So this will go pretty quick, 5 each leg. Once you get the movement down, it goes pretty quick. See how I'm doing this kind of, oops, then I missed. You might miss and hit your finger, it's okay, it happens. Doing that little bit of a jerk as it comes around my leg to act as momentum. And also watch my body position. I'm getting a good combination of a little bit of a forward hinge, but also a good amount of knee bend. So you don't just want to be leaning down like this. It's not just a forward lean. That's too much back. It's not safe enough on your low and mid back. You do want to make sure you're popping those hips back, doing a good amount of knee bend with that. So anywho, that's 10 figure 8s total, 5 each leg. So that is our 10 count rep. 10 rep count. There it is. All right, we are at number 11. So close. 11's a weird number to stop at, isn't it? So we're going to do 2-point row. Nothing fancy. We've done this quite a bit as well. 11 on each side.
So you're going to take a very wide stance because you want your upper back, your back, your whole back, to be pretty low to the ground. So if we're upright too far like this, you're really working your shoulder. But it's a back exercise. So in order to take the targeted area more down here, it's hard to point to your own back. Take it lower to your back. You have to bring your body lower. Now it's still a little bit of rear delt, yes, but it's more back when we bring that upper body down more. So if you're finding yourself really upright like this, come down. So 11 on one side, switch, 11 on the other side. I'm using a kettlebell. You can use a kettlebell or a dumbbell, preference, whatever you prefer for that one. So 2-point row, 11 each side. Number 12, jumping jacks. This will go nice and quick for everybody. So we all know jumping jacks. Get those full arm swings, nice wide steps, or jumps, I should say. Now for anyone not jumping, and I really urge you to do the full jumping jack if you're able, even if you don't like them. Because we all have to do stuff we don't like when we know it's good for us, right? But if for those of us who knee, ankles, back, whatever reason we're unable to jump, step jacks, totally fine. Make it a full step. That way you're getting as much mobility as possible, right? I prefer that step over a tap. Tap is okay too. Just when you do that full step, you're getting a little more movement. So it, I think, better replicates a jumping jack. So you're getting, like I said, a little more movement out of it. So jumping jacks for the 12, the big finale. When you finish the 12, take a little break. You can take breaks whenever you want for this routine, but then you go all the way back to the bottom of the list at 1. You start it again, go down the list, and again, this is an AMRAP, as many rounds as possible in this 30-minute time frame. All right, and that is our 12 days of Christmas workout. There is no team builder this week because there's so many exercises and we want to get as many rounds as possible in. So 30 minutes for the routine, no team builder. Like I said, it doesn't replicate the song exactly. I think last year we tried the 2-1, 3-2-1, 4-3-2-1, 5-4-3-2-1, the way the song goes, and it got a little confusing for a lot of clients. So if you're a coach and you guys want to try that, you absolutely can. You take the list and you start at 1, then you go 2-1, 3-2-1. If you want to try it, you can. But if you just want to go through the list 1 through 12, that's just the way I explained it in the demonstration. That's totally fine too. Anyways, hope you enjoy this. A little different, lot of stuff. 12, we'd never do more than 10 exercises, and even that's kind of rare. So I know it's going to be a lot, but hey, once a year, holiday time, why not? So for everyone celebrating Christmas this weekend, have a Merry Christmas. Everyone else have a happy holiday season. We are almost done with this year. And yeah, I'll see you back for week 52, final week of the year.